Welcome to Disability UK. I'm Joy, and I'll be guiding you through this 30-minute seated walking workout. Now, make sure you have a bottle of water on hand. You'll need it. And also take a moment to subscribe to this channel. It really helps other people find accessible workouts like this one. I need to give a shout out to all of the teachers at Heart and Bones Yoga, as well as the fitness professionals at MS UK for inspiring some of the new moves you'll see in today's workouts. I'll include links to all their socials in the description. Before we get into the workout, I want to briefly talk about the connection between the upper body and the hips. Now, if you want to skip ahead straight to the workout or have already heard this talk, go ahead in the description. I've linked to the chapters so that you can get right into the workout. But it's worth your while to stay if you haven't heard this talk before. So often we think of walking as a purely lower body workout, but that's not the case. Our upper body absolutely gets involved. And in fact, we have long bands of fascia connecting our shoulders to our hips, so the body is truly connected. And we can use this to our advantage when we're working on improving our walking, which I'm working on right now. To play with this, I'm gonna have you come to the edge of your chair, feet flat on the floor, and then begin to just pump your arms and start to speed up the pump in your arms. And you start to notice that as you pump your arms, the hips begin to shift back and forth. And for some of us, we might even get a little bit of a heel raise just from pumping our arms alone. And you can really feel this if you're able to stand and experiment with this, if you have the balance to do that. Now, what that means is that if we improve that arm drive, we can also improve the stride length and power of our walking. So even if you can't lift your legs at this point to walk, you can still work on that arm drive throughout this workout in order to increase the power of your walking. Or if walking isn't a goal for you, give some movement to the fascia, to the muscles that connect the upper body to the lower body, and get some really good mobilizations for both your shoulders and your hips. So we'll be playing with that throughout today's workout. Okay, enough lecture, enough talk. Let's get to the workout. All right, we're getting this 30-minute workout started. So real gentle with the feet here. Nice light warm up. We're gonna start with some arm rolls. And we're gonna do this a little bit different than what you may be used to. So we'll start with the right palm up towards the ceiling, and you're gonna reach it back as far as you can without tweaking your whole upper body. So just for that arm naturally stop. And then you're gonna rotate down and behind like you're reaching for something. And then your arm might naturally stop at the edge of the chair and get a little stretch. And then we're gonna come back up through that, palm up, and then we're coming back, rotating palm down. Really trying to keep that chest still. Optional to walk through the feet, nice and gentle. Come back up, and we'll do that one more time on this side. Reaching to the side, and you're really feeling the movement from the shoulder blade, from the scapula, that back. See if you can try and initiate the movement. So I'm really squeezing my shoulder blade in here as I reach my arm towards the back. All right, shake that out. We're gonna do this other side here. So palm up, and you're coming back. And again, we're not tweaking back. We're keeping the shoulders forward, nice and bright, and then turning the arm back to reach behind. And then coming back up. And I like to cue my body because sometimes as we come back, my body goes and does things unexpected, right? Okay, one more time. Reaching. All right, shake that out. We're gonna do some gentle neck rolls, and we're not gonna tweak our head back. We're just gonna come down, side to side. Two more times. All right, we're still warming up here a little bit. The speed is going to increase slightly. Let's catch that pace. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. One last mobilization we'll do before we really get into the workout is thoracic rotation. I'm going to stop the marching of my feet, and I'm going to place my hands right on my rib cage here. And I'm going to think about turning not from my waist, but just from my rib cage. So I'm keeping my pelvis, my stomach, everything still below my ribs. And it's going to be an itty bitty movement, and that's absolutely fine. So I think about, maybe moving even from the points of my elbows, keeping everything underneath still, rotate, and rotate. Rotate, rotate. This is going to come in handy in a future activity that we do in this program. So get nice and comfy with it. And really try and connect. Instead of cranking from down here, we're coming up nice and strong, rib cage. Lovely. All right, shake it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to really put energy into that arm drive. Elbow back, like you're gonna muscle your way through the tube station. Get on board. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. All right, so let's settle that down a little bit, more into a natural rhythm. And we're gonna press forward. It's 1, 2, oh. We'll wait for that next song to come up while we're pressing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're still in that stroll pace. We haven't gotten up to that brisk pace yet. We have a little bit of time to go before getting into a brisk pace. All right, settle the arms. And on this round, I want you to really focus on when you lift the foot, lift the leg, you're pushing through the toes. Push, 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 push. 2. So as that leg comes up, give it a push through the ball of the foot to get a little extra power. When we're walking, think about as you step one foot forward, the back leg is driving, pushing through the ball of the heel as the leg extends behind you, again, giving you some power to that walk. So we're just replicating that here. Do 8 more. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Settle down. And now we're going to do heel taps to the front. So this is kind of that swing phase in your walk where you're having to lift those toes up to get them to clear the floor as you're walking. So we'll do heels to the ground in 3, 2, 1. It's heel, heel. Heel, heel. Really focus on bringing those toes up. All right, still in that strolling pace. We haven't hit a brisk pace yet. Got a little bit of stroll to enjoy before we get into the brisk pace. Let's try pushing the opposite arm, opposite leg, get some mind going with this. So hop in when you're ready. So I have the opposite heel, opposite hand. pushing out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Keep going. 4 more. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk. Let's mix it up a little bit with our legs here. We're gonna go out, out, in. I'll demonstrate. You hop in when you're ready. Here we go. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. It's out, out, in. Sometimes the brain and the body don't have great communication, especially for those of us with neurological conditions like MS. So it's okay if your body doesn't quite follow your brain's directions. We're in a safe place to practice this. Out, out, in. In. And now, if you're ready for another challenge, we're gonna try and have the arms follow the legs. And this next one, here we go. It's out, out, in. Out, in. And when you're using the arms, think about the squeeze coming from the shoulder blades. So I'm really activating from the shoulder blade first, and not just the tricep. One more time. Lovely. Okay, still on a stroll, but you can see our heart rate is up. Grab a drink of water. Now, this is our last stroll before we get into that brisk pace. So enjoy kind of a lesser pace. Conserve your energy if you need to. And we're just gonna push forward. And you can join me whenever you like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same with this one. As you come back, squeeze shoulder blades. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 2, 3, 4. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Lovely. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, we're gonna reach overhead. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. It's reach, reach. Again, we're really thinking about squeezing those shoulder blades together when we're coming down and together. So really bring the mind to the muscle at your back. One, 2, 3, 4. Keep it up. Here we go. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So when we're doing those shoulder blade squeezes, any movement where our arms are coming back, instead of thinking about thrusting the chest forward, think instead about keeping a nice neutral spine. Shoulders are over the hips, but we're squeezing the shoulder blades together. All right. Keep walking. And we have that brisk pace here. 4, 3, 4. 1, 2. We are onto a brisk pace. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't mind Loki. Someone dared being out in the hallway, I think. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna try experimenting with some kicks here. You're always welcome to stay at this pace. This is a nice, brisk pace. But we're gonna be kicking forward. I'll show it. You can jump in when you're ready. It's kick, 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 kick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go as high or as low as you need. 1, 2, 3, 4, and walk. 1. Trying to stay with the beat is an extra balance. Okay, see, I'm doing too many things and my brain is using different words. Trying to stay with the tempo is an extra challenge for our brains because it's processing more information. But walking with purpose, walking to a tempo, walking with a rhythm can actually also help our walking. So you'll see me miss the beat. You'll see me mess up my words. But that's disability, that's MS. And we're here in a safe place where we can practice these skills. So out in the community, I definitely still use my mobility aids. The more chaotic an environment is, the more I need my mobility aids. Another Brisk song coming up. We'll let it build. So use your mobility aids to help with your walking when you need them. And then you can practice these skills here in a safe place and build in the future. All right, here we go. Keep going. We're gonna go back to those kicks. We're gonna add a coordination challenge of pushing with the opposite arm, but first we'll start with kicks. 2, 3, 4, 1, 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's kick. Lovely. Kick, kick. All right. You might already start naturally be doing this. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Kick, 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 kick. Lovely. Let's come back down. We have a brisk song here, continuing with that 10 minutes of brisk movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Catch the beat. And we're going to do a variation of side steps. So instead of out, out, in, we'll go out and in on each side. I'll demonstrate. You hop in when you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Side to side. If you want to start clapping, getting some energy up. 1, 2. 8 more times. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really getting that heart rate up. So you can sit and walk and still get a really good cardiovascular workout. And at any time, if it's too much, lighten movement and make it smaller. Maybe it's just lifting the heels up. Whenever I say just, it's not a lesser than. the movement your body can do when you show up today. Okay. I'm gonna go back into more of a walk. 2, 3, 4. Last brisk song. So just a few more minutes at this brisk pace. And then we'll be slowing it back down to the stroll. Let's take this time to do some heel pushes. So we're gonna bring the heels forward like we did in the warm-up. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's heel, heel. If you want to jam and bop to the music, like, I try and pick things that are fun, that make you want to naturally groove a little. I'm going to add an arm push. Now, when I introduce this arm push, of course you can. If you're just vibing and want to break out in whatever arm movements, that's great. If you want to really focus on the connection between the upper and lower body, maybe try tightening that core up. Oh, I've lost the beat. Here we go. And maybe focused on bringing the shoulder blades in. Push, push. We'll do 8 more. Here we go. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk. I need water. Stop at any time. Grab some water. It's better to take sips of water regularly throughout the day instead of chugging it like 3 times a day. Here we go. This is our last brisk pace. We got less than a minute. So let's just march it out here. Thinking about those arm drives. Whew. Keep it up. You'll notice as I swing, I'm not swinging from my hips, not my whole body. I'm quite rigid from beneath my ribs to my hips as I swing. So it's a little movement up top in the rib cage. All right. Settle it down into a stroll pace. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. Fabulous. Now, one thing I want to encourage you to do is, I'm filming myself. I can see myself and my movements here, and I notice that my left foot, you probably notice too, sometimes kind of turns in. The benefit of watching myself here, just to make sure that you all can see me, is that I can start to adjust and try and correct, bringing my foot forward, activating more muscles on the outside of my hip here, because our feet turn in and out from the hip. So if you notice, like my foot is turning in, I'm gonna try and activate my outer thigh here. Try and strengthen what I can on my left side, my weaker side. Okay, let's get into some core work, some glute work. I'm gonna still my legs and I'm gonna do butt cheek squeezes. So I'm really just squeezing my butt cheeks together to the beat. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Trying to keep my hips still. And it's almost like I can feel the heads of my femurs, my thigh bones coming in to my pelvis. And it's like I'm trying not to trying to control my bowels. It's probably a nicer way of saying that. Squeeze, squeeze. It'd be hard to work the back of our body, our glutes, when seated. We don't want to neglect them. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Get back into the walk. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're still at that nice strolling pace. The beat per minute is coming down with every song. And we're gonna work on core crunches, and we're gonna try and crunch the core to lift the leg. And what I want you to focus on is not so much rounding the back. Keeping the pelvis nice and neutral as you can. And we're gonna squeeze, squeeze. And you really want it to come from the core. Squeeze, squeeze. You're feeling the stomach muscles contract. Squeeze, squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, so we're going to add some of those thoracic movements that we did at the beginning in our warm-up with some of those core movements to get the whole core. So let's practice those thoracic rotations. I always like putting my hands right on those ribs. So I know I'm not turning from below my hands. I'm turning right where my hands are connecting to the ribs. So let's practice that nice and slow. I'm gonna still my legs. Turn, turn, rotate. And I'm gonna try and keep those shoulders back down. Here we go. It's rotate. It's a smaller movement. But it's an important movement. Nice and controlled through the thoracic spine. Okay, I'm gonna have you put your arms down and try that without. See if you can get that without the input of your hands. If not, put the hands back. And I'm gonna have you now, as you turn, lift the leg of the same size using those core crunches. So here we go, it's thoracic turn, lift. Lift, 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 lift. Now try opposite hand to opposite knee. If you're there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, it may have been hard, it was for me, to just keep it in your thoracic spine. But the point is to experiment, to play with it, to see how your body reacts to different movements, see how different movements feel. We are solidly in the cool down phase. This is lovely, lovely place to be. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's work on some coordination. We're gonna do a 1, 2, 3 tap. I'll start, you hop in when you're ready. 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. Tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. 2, 3, tap. Okay, go back to walking. I can't actually talk and do the 1, 2, 3 tap at the same time, which is probably a relief for some people. Here we go. Just pick up that nice slow beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. If you want, I'm going to show you a little bit of a mambo variation. It's going to be a heel toe on the same side, and we're going to stay on one side. Here we go. It's heel toe. Oh, let's try that again. That's all right. Heel, step, toe, step. Heel, step, toe, step. Heel, toe, heel, toe. When I say toe, I guess I mean more ball of the foot. I want you to focus on pressing down, activating the back of the leg. Press. 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 Do 2 more. That was 1 and 2. We'll march it out. And we're now on to our last song. We'll pick up the other leg on the last song here. Last bit of cool down before we get into the stretches. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's heel, step, toe, step. Heel, step, toe, step. And you notice as I push the heel down, I'm activating this leg enough to try and lift the other leg up. Hamstrings, quads. Hamstrings, quads. Building in some strength training here. Hamstring, quad. I'm pushing down to try and help this other leg up. A really simple way to strengthen the legs in a seated position. 2 more. 1, 2. Lovely. How much time we got? Like 1 more minute left of this workout before we get into our stretch. My legs are definitely feeling like they've had a workout. So just enjoy this funky little cool down beat here. You worked hard today. You got your cardiovascular system going. We improved the working of our heart and our lungs. You built strength in your legs and your back. You coordinated upper body with lower body. You did a lot in this workout today and should be absolutely proud of all the work you've done. So just enjoy. Jam if you want to jam. And for all the rules I just said out the window, they're not really rules, they're guidelines. Little experiments to play around and then just let loose, have fun. The whole point of doing the workouts like these is to have fun. Lovely, you just completed your 30-minute workout. Now, please stick around. We're going to do some quick stretches. So first stretch is for the front of the thigh here. You're going to turn to the side of your chair and you're gonna do like a 90-90 here. So my thigh is fully supported on the chair, toe is tucked, and I'm pressing that toe into the ground firmly, and I'm reaching that heel back towards the wall while also kind of tucking my hips slightly to get a nice stretch along the front of the thigh here. Now I'm getting a little bit shaky, so I'm easing out of it. For people with typical nervous systems who don't have any spinal cord or brain damage, a little bit of shaking is fine. But for those of us who experience spasticity and dystonia, when you start to feel that shake, that goes from a little bit of muscle shaking to I'm gonna have a major tremor or my spasticity is gonna kick off, you definitely wanna back off. Okay. And then we're just gonna switch sides. So opposite leg comes in front. nice and supported by your chair. Toes pressed into the floor. And as I press my toes in and my heel back, I can start to feel this glute here light up, which will then give me a nice stretch here without hyper bending my back, hyper extending it. And you get a nice stretch through your hip flexors as well. Inhale through the nose, blow out through the mouth. Okay, I'm going to back off a little bit because, again, that shaking that enters into spasticity is hitting for me on this left side. I don't want to go into total spasticity or that uncontrolled tremor. Baby shakes, okay, as long as there's no pain. Bigger shake, signs that your spasticity is kicking off. Back away, you're pushing your body too hard. All right, final stretch. We want to get the back of the leg. Now, you don't have to have a yoga strap. You can use a towel, you can use a belt, or if you can reach your toes, your hands. But what I'm going to have you do to stretch the back of the leg is take your yoga strap, and you're going to place the strap around the base of your foot here. You see where your heel comes up and your foot starts to widen? You want the strap around that widest part. Micro bend in the knee. And you're gonna fold forward until you can start to feel that stretch in the hamstring, in the back of your leg. I also feel it in my calf. And it's okay to use this arm to support on your opposite thigh to keep a nice straight back. You want to think shoulders over hips on this stretch. And then as you pull your strap towards you, you want to push away with the ball of your foot like you're going to rev it on the gas. So you're kind of creating an isometric tension where your muscle isn't moving, but it's contracting nice and firm. And if this kicks off your spasticity like it does mine, I recommend not holding it long, doing like a couple second push, release, push, release. Play around with it. See how you experiment, see what lights up for you. Okay. One more time. Okay. Then we're gonna go to the other side here. Same thing, we're gonna put this strap really around the toe box here, or the base of the ball of the foot. I'm keeping a micro bend in my knee, using my shoulder to support me upright as I hinge from the hips. And again, we're gonna pull, we feel a nice little stretch, fab, and then we're gonna push in like we're pushing on the gas, release. Now, if you don't have spasticity, or if this move doesn't particularly kick it off, you can hold it longer. And you can experiment. If you can increase the amount of time, you can hold the position without spasticity. Okay, last one where we're pushing, and then I'm just gonna relax, get a lovely little bit of stretch there at the end. And release. You're done. Thank you for joining me for this 30-minute walking workout today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Again, please subscribe to help others find my channel, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Are you gonna help me edit? Do you have any thoughts on how we could improve the channel and get more subscribers? Just thumbnails of you. I think that would be deceptive. It'd be clickbait.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I mean. You do clickbait.
I think I'm trying to run an ethical channel here.
Well, there's your problem.